Hi, welcome back. My name is Rachel and I am an artist, and today we are going to be working on we're going to be painting it. No. Today we're going to be talking about my painting, the Hermit. Yay! It is part of the Major Arcana. And Major Arcana is a deck of cards and it's made up of two different parts. We have the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. The Major Arcana is the Fool's Journey or the Hero's Journey, and each card represents a different phase in the Fool's Journey. I'm working on just the Major Arcana. I find it a fun storytelling device, and it's fun to put my own little spin on, so it's, it's a nice form of creativity and outlet. And so today we are going to be talking about the 9th card, the Hermit. And the Hermit in the Rider-Waite deck, which is the most popular form, and it's where we get a lot of the most recognizable images for each of the cards. The Hermit is an elderly man. He is walking alone on a rocky mountain. He has a lantern, he is holding a staff, he has a hood up. He kind of looks like Gandalf, that type of deal. He's holding a lantern, but inside the lantern is a star, so there's no fire. He's not like lighting the way. He's looking downward, so even if he was lighting the way, he's not really looking forward. He's looking down, he's looking internally at his foundation. If he's looking down at the mountain, it's a hard surface, it's foundation, exploring it. So that I find very cool. So let's dive into what I did, okay? We did it a little differently. Just a little bit. So before we dive deep into the card and what I did, each one of the cards is ruled by a different zodiac sign or a constellation or a planet. So for this card, it is ruled by the sign Virgo. I like to use a lot of pictures from NASA in my work. Like if I'm going to use constellations, I like to explore, in a little Google search. It's my little Google search. I like to look at like the Hubble and the JWST and see what super cool photos they found. And some of them are not photos, some of them are X-rays, and they assign colors. And so they look really colorful and beautiful. So it's a fun mix of science and artistry, and I enjoy it. So back to the Hermit. It is ruled by Virgo, and what is in the Virgo constellation, you may ask? Well, I will tell you. And let me pull up my handy dandy notebook. Okay, in the Virgo constellation, we have the Sombrero Galaxy, and the Sombrero Galaxy is called M104. In this galaxy, there are over 2,000 globular clusters, and it is 10 to 13 billion years old, and it was discovered in 1781. There is also a giant black hole in it, so, that's fun. I wouldn't want to go in, although, we don't know what's on the other side. It might be a fun adventure, you never know. Some people think that we are in a black hole. That's another theory of why we can't see past the edges. That's kind of depressing. Anyway, back to my version. I have a lovely lady in the water, in an ocean. Wrapped around her is a square box that is filled with lighter colors, and she is gazing upward towards the heavens, looking at stars. Surrounding her is calmer water and also the Sombrero Galaxy. The ocean picture that you see is one that I took. That was my reference photo. I was at the beach one day. I think it was Labor Day. It was late. It was like 7-8 o'clock, and the sun was setting, and it was just the pinks and the purples and the blues. It was just beautiful. I also tend to paint a little more saturated than the photos that, like looking at the reference photo and then looking at my photo, they look the same, but I just paint very saturated, very colorful. Anyway, back to my lovely lady who's bathing in the water inside of the Sombrero Galaxy. I like that she's wrapped inside of it. There's all these different ideas, all these different, like even inside there's a black hole type of a deal. She's gazing upward at the Carina Nebula. Now, the Carina Nebula is not in the Virgo Galaxy, but it's very pretty to look at. So I have, at least in every painting, is one thing that is from said constellation or planet, etc. Because, well, I'm not a scientist, I'm an artist, so I make up the rules. It's a painting. It's fun. Anyway, back to my lovely lady. She is isolated from the world inside of her little box, but I didn't want it to be like that she's so cut off. So that's why the Sombrero Galaxy kind of pours out. The Carina Nebula, back to that. Fun facts about that one. It's basically the picture that they took and I used. Lots of gas. No, lots of gases, and it is basically what they described as pillars of dust and gas which serve as incubators for new stars. So all that gaseous, explosive nature that's hot eventually forms these jets, and eventually new stars are formed. So I take that as we have a woman who's looking inward, who's inside of her box, who's trying to make sure that her patterns, her shame, her inherent things that she inherited, things that she didn't inherit, things that she picked up along the way, she's trying to calm, rewire them, make sure they're not affecting the ripples of other people, and also making sure that other people's ripples aren't affecting her. And then also looking upward, looking forward, not looking forward, I guess, because if we're incubating new stars and new ideas, she's inwardly doing that, but you know, it's like in the Hermit card, he's looking down to do that. I have my lady looking up to do that. I didn't like the rocky, I'm alone in the desert, lone wolf type of a deal. I wanted her in the ocean. I liked the symbolism of water and the purification that comes with that, right? So in many religions, there's some type of water. I mean, like in Christianity, like you baptized, you were washed of your sins type of a deal. But I find it more of a self. Like I am doing this for me. I am washing away all the guilt that I've had over my mistakes or the times I didn't act correctly. I'm not excusing myself with them, right? We're not, but we are learning from them and accepting that that was the past, and how can I change, and how can I do things differently moving forward. That is it. I love this painting. Inside of this painting, you will also see, as you watch the time lapse of everything coming together, we have a celebrity. We have a celebrity in the painting process videos. It is my son. He's my celebrity. I was painting this, it wasn't this summer, it was last summer, and usually you will see in my videos a surprise. Either it's my cat or it's my son. And it was fun because he would come up and I was painting and he wanted to help. So he got to add some marks to my painting, and I tried to let him do ones that I didn't really need to repaint, or as I repainted I would try and remember the spot and only touch it if I had to. This way I could preserve the memories of where he painted, and for the most part where he painted I really didn't do much to it. So that'll be special. That's very special to me. Anyway, well, I hope you've enjoyed my discussion, and I'm looking forward to watching me and my son paint this painting. And I hope you enjoy our little chats, and you get to subscribe. I subscribed. And you enjoy watching this painting come together, and I look forward to chatting with you again in the next one. Okay, goodbye. Bye.